Welcome to Community Forum. Today is March 24th, Easter week, and we are very pleased to welcome two outstanding citizens from the town of Easton, our very own Carolyn Cole, who is the chairman of the Easton Shoveltown Cultural District, and Jan Nesson, an artist whose work is currently on display at our studios at ECAT. So welcome, Carolyn, Jan. Carolyn, would you tell us a little bit about the Artists on Display project that's been ongoing here at the studio for a long time?
Yes, it's actually 3 years. And the Artist on Display program is a program where we show art at several locations throughout the town. But we focus on the Easton Community Access Television station in two ways, where the artists display their work and they do a commentary where we get to show their art, and I'll talk a little bit about their background, and that is on the cable station continually, so people get a feel for local artists and what they do. Once a year, as you know, we have a huge show featuring the artists that have worked at the cable station at ECAT. It will be on April 2nd this year. We have a wonderful art show and wine reception. We have over 30 artists displaying, and we're very excited to do that again. It's a great project, and we work hand in hand with ECAT to make this happen.
Now, it's not just going to be here in the studios, but in the immense foyer downstairs as one enters 50 Oliver Street. The entire foyer will be filled with artists and their works for purchase and for showing, and also refreshments, wine and cheese and all the other additional foods that go with wine and cheese. And so it should, and this is all free to the public.
Right, and with live music, and yeah, and everything is free. We want to encourage the public to really experience art in a relaxed setting and to have fun. It's a fun time. The community comes out. We have a great response, and it's a lot of fun.
I know. I've been to all of them, and they are wonderful. And you can always find something that is just right for you. And think ahead. Birthdays, holidays coming up, so make wonderful gifts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons that we're here today is that, you know, the Artist on Display program brings to the forefront a lot of things about art that we have to think in terms of why art matters so much in the community. We know it expands our horizons, it makes us feel good, it makes us look at things a different way. But in our guest artist today, Jan Nesson, she has taken art and taken a message to the public. And when you look at her artwork, which will be displayed along with the video, you'll notice that there are some pieces that say love, faith, and hope. And when you're faced with life's challenges, these are the things that get you through it. And when you can take it and turn it into something negative into something positive, that's a wonderful thing. And that's why we wanted to share with Jen and the town of community the message that Jen has to share with us today.
Okay, well, Jen, please tell us how did you get started as in art? Was it as a child? And
as a child, I always was doing something, either drawing or sewing something. Always doing something. I went to Rhode Island School of Design, and then I always, bless you, always loved children, and my mom was a teacher, so I always wanted to combine those things. So I've been an art teacher in Massachusetts on and off for about over 16, 17 years, 10 years in Brockton. So I'm always playing with materials. So that's how my background.
So you started playing with materials as a child, and you're still playing with
It's
materials.
still playing, yes.
And we're going to be showing your artwork that's here at the studio, interspersed with this interview. And but what's so important is that this artwork has special meaning for you and for your husband and family. Can you share with us why you proceeded down this path, these particular expressions of your artistic?
Sure, it's very different from what I do normally. I do a lot of collage painting and things, and found objects. I've been doing found objects. It started out, my husband 12 years ago was diagnosed with cancer when we moved here. And Dana-Farber, thank God, we went at the right time, and he's fine. And so ever since then, he decided that when he was cured, he wanted to do something to give back. And when he heard about the Pan Mass Challenge, that totally supports 100% goes to Dana-Farber, he got involved in that, which was a big undertaking, 2-day bike race. You have to raise a lot of money just to participate. So he's been doing this. It's going to be the, I think the 8th year, maybe 7th or 8th year. And each year I wanted to make something as a gift, kind of a memento for him. And each year I wanted to change it up. So previous years would be paintings or drawings and things or collages. And it's been a couple of years now, so I've been experimenting with different things. So this year I wanted to do something with the actual bike parts. And so I went to Landry's, which is the bike store that totally supports the Pan Mass Challenge, and asked if they had recycled parts that they were just going to recycle or throw away anyway. And a lot of degreaser later, I would rub them off and figure out something to do with them. At first, I did some jewelry pieces, and then I came across the heart, and just the heart with the bike parts, and then the messages and things like that. And this was the first year that I was selling them to raise money for his ride. And so far, it's worked out really nicely. People are responding very nicely. And
now, do you have a website that you can refer us to?
I have my husband's website that we share, Alex Nesson, Nesson, at Comcast.net. And I make things all the time, so it's not just for a certain time.
Alex,
Alex,
Nesson,
at
Comcast.net. So if you go on that website and check out the pieces and purchase something to aid cancer research at Dana-Farber, you'll feel good, and you'll get something very beautiful, and something that you can give or keep yourself as a wonderful token of your gratitude, isn't it? It's all about gratitude.
Definitely gratitude. And for anyone who's struggling through it, it's a nice reminder. Although it is a private email, I don't have my work up there. So if they would like to see work, they could contact me.
Oh, I see.
Through that email.
Oh, okay.
And also, Jen will be displaying at the April 2 show.
Right.
So, do come on down 4 to 7 on April 2nd, and you can purchase them directly from Jen.
Mm-hmm. Great. And so how has your husband reacted to all of this magnificence?
He's an amazing man. He's an amazing man. He's always supported me with whatever I was into, and he always wanted me to make him things and do things for myself. And as an art teacher, you're just tired, and you kind of lose that part of yourself. So he was always there for me, so I wanted to be there for him. So.
Sure, sure. And what I'm sure he's developed a great many friendships too along the way. I know I've supported Dan Kelleher, who's a neighbor of mine, for many years now. He rides his bicycle, and he's in his 60s somewhere, but you'd never know it. And he's just a wonderful fellow who has devoted so many years to this challenge, 2-day challenge on a bike.
It's amazing. When I go to drop him off early in the morning, you get tears in your eyes and you get goosebumps, because each one of those people has raised, and that's just the one at Wellesley, or the one at, the Wellesley that we go to, the one where it stops in Sturbridge. There's just thousands and thousands of people from the volunteers and everybody, and just gives you such an emotional reaction.
Isn't it true that they have to raise approximately a minimum of $5,000?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of money to raise.
Right.
This is the first year that the money's not coming from a lot of family members, which is great, because the art is getting out there, and and it's hitting people, so it's a nice thing.
Now, did you mention before that you're also providing small little gifts to other riders? And
Actually, people are buying them for other people who
Oh.
ride, which is really nice. Yeah, the 100% of my artwork goes to Dana-Farber, the purchase. So, and the money is going towards his ride, but that all goes to Dana-Farber.
Absolutely.
So it's
Yeah.
nice. It's a win-win situation.
It sure is. It sure is. And how long is this going to continue?
As long as there's a thing, I'm always collecting things
Right.
and putting things together.
So if somebody had spare parts to a bicycle that's just not rehabilitatable, they could actually contact you at alexnesson@comcast.net and offer to stop by with a pail of parts.
That would be awesome. I love any old junk. Everybody knows me, knows I will take anything and everything and make something out of it. So
That's wonderful. Well, we look forward to all of your artwork. I imagine you're going to have some of your collages also on April 2nd?
it might not be, it's just probably going to be this artwork.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, we appreciate your spending time with us. Carolyn, anything else that you want to add?
I just want to add that, you know, when you think in terms of bicycle parts, you don't really, the first time I saw the pieces, I was amazed at how beautiful they are. And also the emotional reaction to people when they see it and they get the message. And I think it's really important. I think, you know, this is what art really is all about. And it would be nice to go down in history to be a person like Jen that has shared her talent and her husband's story, and they've created quite a wonderful legacy.
Yeah, and those of you who are watching this, you can be a part of this too. You can come on April 2nd, 4 to 7, 50 Oliver Street here at the ECAT Studios, and you can see Jan's work and 29 other artists, and you can contribute to Dana-Farber by purchasing some of Jan's artworks. So we hope to see you there. We thank you for watching, and Jan, thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you on the 2nd. Carolyn, as always, our cultural leader for Easton, you have done so much to further the cultural life here in Easton. And most of us don't thank you enough, but today,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
we thank you.
It takes a it takes a core of volunteers to do anything that we've accomplished, and
Carolyn is very modest.
no, it's true. It's true. If you've done any big project, you know that it takes a lot of people. And Priscilla has volunteered quite a bit also. So.
Yeah, well, anyway, and so we thank you again for watching, and we see you on April 2nd. Come and support Dana-Farber, meet Jan Nesson, and the wonderful work that she's and her husband are doing. Thank you for joining us today.